So if it wasn't obvious at this point, I like to watch things, and nothing quenches my consumerism better than YouTube, the cesspool of unoriginality and consumerism. Through my years on this website, I've continued to come across various different editing techniques and styles that are terrible in every sense of the word. Now, I'm not referring to shit like excessive jump cuts or people who ironically and unironically use the bruh sound clip. Everyone already knows those suck.
Bruh.
No, I mean edits that only talentless swines use and need to stop now. And just a bit of a disclaimer, I'm no editing master myself, and in fact, you've probably seen some of these techniques in my older videos as well. But I now hold myself up to a much higher standard, which I believe justifies me making fun of all these people. Let's start with an easy one. The sentence-ending black screen. Basically, this one is used whenever someone is narrating over footage, and at the end of their sentence, the screen will go black as they add a quirky little remark or break character. Generally, these are very popular among commentary videos, which, kind of explains why they're so bad. But aside from being a shitty technique, they're pretty fucking lazy when you think about it. You literally chose to have nothing on screen at all, instead of a little effect or even just text that could have pronounced your reaction even more. Sorry, bro, but that's pretty lame. Like, I get it, your surfing montage is riveting, but come on, just be a little creative, bro. Next, we have the sentence-ending close-up. This is in the same boat as the black screen, and in fact, it's basically just the same thing. Though instead of having nothing on screen, the footage will cut to a close-up of its main subject. And 90% of the time, it's not even an actual zoom-in. It just goes immediately from one distance to the next. Bad. At least when I do this, I have the fucking decency to add both a zoom in and a cool little bounce effect to give it more personality. It's even better when they add a little red tint to the close-up to insinuate anger or something. Like, wow, great job you looked up red.jpg on Google, saved it to your desktop, put it over your footage, and turned the opacity down to 50%. You disgust me. Let me give you all a little lecture on humor. Loud does not equal comedy, especially if they're accompanied by heavy distortion and extreme bass boost. Ear rape is not funny. I don't know who the troglodyte was that thought, hey, I'm gonna add this loud noise to my video and it's gonna be so freaking hilarious. Putting memes in videos is already the worst idea ever, cause once they die after 27 minutes, you'll just look like an idiot for the rest of your life. But by using ear rape, you'll be an obnoxious idiot, which yes, is even worse. There are two things that sicken me to my core: Waffle House and pre-rendered text animations. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back to any Minecraft montage from 2013 and you'll see an intro that looks all flashy and cool, but then it'll show some text that says fucking like Pro Gamer 33 or Elite Eagle 35. They always had numbers at the end, keep that in mind. Now, of course, it didn't matter that much back then, because nobody knew any better. But now that it's 2020, you'd expect people to actually be a bit creative. What's even better is when websites try and charge you for them. They try and make you pay for something that looks like a literal child made. But I mean, realistically, everyone's intro sucks when compared to the game dudes, because, like, this is just genius.
Wow, that was epic.
This one I've always associated with a very specific type of person. The zany Nintendo kid. You know the one. Late teens, early 20s man-child, disgustingly anorexic, complete ripoff of JonTron. Ugh. Now, if you're having trouble understanding why this technique is awful, just imagine every time something slightly noteworthy happens, the screen starts shaking uncontrollably with big yellow text all over the dang place. Now, admittedly, out of everything on this list, this is probably the one that takes the most effort to pull off. But don't let that get to your head. Just cause you figured out what keyframes are does not mean you're an editor. You remember in 2015 where there was that one slightly popular trend of making MLG montage videos? It's a good thing that joke died when people realized how unfunny it really was. You can see where this is going. This is a technique that still shows up from time to time, particularly in Twitch highlight videos, which in this situation are pretty effective as they hide how boring and lame the streamer really is. And look guys, I'm a firm believer that gaming culture is one of the worst things to ever happen to the human human race. But these people need to know when to stop with their fucking no-scopes and Mountain Dew and worst of all, weed jokes. You smoked a joint once, and now your whole life revolves around weed. Stop. Alright, ignore everything that I've called bad before. This right here is the worst fucking thing ever. The emoting cartoon persona. If you've ever watched a video that in some way is related to a commentary, whether it be a pathetic loser reviewing children's animation or an edgy 17-year-old debunking religion, you've seen these before. And the best part is, even though hundreds of thousands of people use this format, once you've seen one of them, you've seen all of them. I'm not fucking joking. There is literally no difference between any of these videos. And I'll prove it. To make one, first you'll need a cute little cartoon character. Whether it be of yourself, your persona, your fursona, your scalesona, fucking anything. Next, you'll need some emotional variants for all of your crazy reactions. While this may seem like a lot of work, you'll be relieved to know that all you need are ones that look neutral, angry, scared, one hand gestured to the side with the other on your hip, and finally, the most important of all, arms crossed with a smug expression. This one is basically your trump card. Anytime you whip it out, every liberal and feminist within a 50-mile radius will be destroyed. Also, make sure they're standing in front of a lo-fi background you stole from someone else to give it a visual flair. And finally, have your video be like fucking 2 hours long, cause that's most important. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little bitter at the fact that someone like Mr. Enter has 200 times the size of my audience, despite him making the worst fucking edited videos ever. Like, how do you have a channel that big and still use Windows Movie Maker? You know, guys, it's really disheartening for me to put so much effort into these videos, only for nobody to watch them. I know I always try to act like I don't care about views and subscribers, but it's just so hard to hold back the tears when no one watches the video of you harassing your friends and acting like it's an interview. You don't know how badly I've wanted to drop out of college and become a full-time YouTuber, guys. I know that I'm talented and I have lots of potential, but no one gives me a fair chance, guys. I can't anymore. Nah, I'm just fucking kidding. I don't care.